everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have just put out a video on Patreon and on locals for my supporters over there with the topics that are sensitive for this platform. So you know what kind of topics they are, some juicy topics. We had an incident at the airport, this time not in Warsaw in Poland, but in Kraków. That is, excuse me, the second largest airport in Poland, between a Polish citizen, Polish man, and some Orthodox, I don't know if I should say visitor, or maybe they are already the locals. So if you're interested in see what other things related to it are happening, go to my Patreon or locals. The link is down below this video. And today in this video, I will focus on two things. The first is we're going to look into the snow again, that snow that came down from the sky, yep, in United States. And then we will go to a video from Candace Owens. And what is that? Well, yesterday she has presented a leaked audio recording by Erika Kirk. And we're going to listen to it, and then I give you my few cents what I think about all of it. So let's start with the snow, everyone. And before we go into this video, I just want to say thank you to hitting thumbs up and checking your subscription and subscribing to my channel as well, and for all your support. So let's jump to analyzing the snow in the US a little bit, but I'm sure the same kind of snow is like international snow. I would just say the same production all around the world. So let's take a look and let's take a listen. What is in it? This is just like one video presenting it.
So I'm going to take you guys outside with me. We're going to collect a little bit of this snow here. Watch out, please. So, all right, guys, we're getting set up to check our snow. Let's see what kind of shit they're putting in this. Not that I'll be able to know what they're putting in it, but we should just see water, right? That's all we should see. Let me adjust my condenser here. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys watch me do this so nobody says I'm doing anything weird. We have our clean microscope slide. We have our fresh snow from outside. And we are just going to put a tiny bit on there. It's little rocks. All right, I need a top cover slide. There's your relax, buddy. There ain't nothing out there. Okay. Let's see. Turn you guys over here so you can hopefully see what I'm seeing. All right, let's start. Ooh, the fuck is that? Weird. Wow. Let me show you guys this. I'm going to flip this camera around. All right, guys. This is really weird because these are not ice crystals. You can clearly see that that is water on my slide. Okay. These look like effing parasites or some type of plastic. And we are seeing these strange X shapes, okay, which look very similar to me, like a chromosome marker. See how shiny blue these are? This is how heavy metals show up in the blood. Now, on top of all the strange stuff that we just saw in the snow, I've been in here messing with the microscope now for at least a half an hour. Check it out, guys. Why is the snow not melted? It's 70 some degrees in my house. I have a fire going. This should be melted. Pretty freaky, right? This goes to show that if you're snowed in, this isn't going to melt for a while. So I'm going to take you guys outside.
So this was just one video presenting to us what's in it. And like I said, in my opinion, this is international snow situation because we have snow in Poland too. I haven't checked if it's melting. Maybe I should. Maybe I do it today. You know, I have to say that all of this goes into our blood and goes into our brain. And I think one of the easiest solutions, as I am aware of, and I'm not an expert in this, how to detox from it, is to use sauna as much as possible. You have to sweat it out. But, you know, not everyone has access to it. Ideally, that would be the best solution. If you could do it daily, that would be great. At least a few times a week or twice a week. And I have to do it myself too, because I'm aware of it. So now we are shifting the gears, guys. We're going from the snow situation to that video that was leaked. And Candace Owens has played it yesterday. I haven't watched the entire live stream, but I watched this part, and that's what I want to play for you. What I want to say before I play it, that and I don't want to come across as someone judgmental, but rather as an observer. I've realized that very often a lot of people don't listen to their own intuition, and they are easily manipulated, right? Again, I don't know if Candace Owens is also part of this script and she's playing her part, because what surprises me, why now she is doing this, why she's now questioning Erika, when from very early beginning, I would say from the moment when she made that sign on stage, that was in my case, that evil sign that people say it was meaning rock on and she's good. From that moment, like a light bulb went on, light switch went on in my head, and I said, something is really off here. And then things started to unfold. So that was my kind of wake up to her demonic energy. And then the rest was just confirming it. But the question here that I have is, why now she is questioning Erika? And in the beginning, well, maybe she gave her the benefit of the doubt, or maybe she was kind of postponing questioning her. She was questioning everyone else, right? Pretty much. The priest, the other people in Turning Point USA organization. So I don't know, but again, the timing of it, interesting. However, let's take a listen to this, because this is just another, since I recorded number of videos about the witch, because to me, she is like a witch, Erika Kirk, and she was a honeypot, and all of this I already showed you guys, the wall, the, you know, everything related to that. Blue and white brick road or wall she's connected to. But let's take a listen. It's just another confirmation how wicked she is. By the way, before I start, as Candace will say it, this is the recording that took place, I think around 2 weeks after Charlie Kirk was so-called assassinated, because that's again another big question mark here, right?
Just want to get that. I think a lot of this, when you hear this call that I'm about to play for you, I'm not trying to color your opinion, but I am going to give you mine because it's my podcast. I'm allowed to do it. I do want to remind you that Charlie has not been dead for 2 weeks. That's where you have to go back to. Not even 2 weeks after Charlie was publicly assassinated. Not a normal, he didn't, we had to watch this. We had to visually watch this. Now, the entirety of this call, which we're not going to play, is 15 minutes long. I'm going to figure out how to just drop it on my X feed. But I want to make sure that we properly and fairly contextualize it. So we're not being choosy. We're not cutting this for drama. The obvious point of this call to set this up is to introduce Erika. She's a new leader. Not even introducing, she's just heading up this call, but obviously she's going to be at the helm of this. So they're getting to know her. And she does begin the call by being thankful to the entire Turning Point USA team for their work at the memorial event. So let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and the stadium overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? You guys that heard the gospel and all about Charlie and all about everything that you guys do, and the hard work of Turning Point USA is insane. We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that, because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. Their incredible work of leading into the memorial. And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly, I know several staff that didn't even sleep. Again, you guys are breathing angels, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And obviously a huge thank you to the Mosaic team. VI, you guys are 10 out of 10. Like, we have the most incredible team. We just do. And you guys know that, and you guys are all a part of that. And I am so, so thankful. And if you do have a moment and you run into any of those staff members that you know had a role in this, and that they put a lot of their time and effort into it, just say thank you. There's something really special to be seen in moments like this. And it's not easy. I'm speaking from experience. I'm right in the trenches with you guys. And so the fact that a simple thank you. I don't care if any of you have beef with each other from the past, or have any issues with someone said something about this or that. Like, if you guys have any of that, please put it to rest. My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead. And it puts life into perspective of how short life is, and relationships, and God puts people in your life for a reason, and it teaches you a lesson, it teaches them a lesson. So if you are going through a time where, just lay it to rest, and we are moving forward, Turning Point USA 2.0 with Charlie in our hearts, and that's what he would want.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the chat here, and you guys are responding live in the way that I felt live listening to this. It is the general tone that is off-putting. It's the laughter that is off-putting. It's, again, we are not even 2 weeks after watching your husband be assassinated. We're talking about numbers and metrics that have been hit. And my husband's dead, not to be morbid. That is a sentence that and this was not my husband, and I had no sort of the type of relationship that she had with him, that I was able to utter. Least of all, I mean, that's moving pretty quickly to the acceptance phase. Now, we know everybody grieves differently. In my imagination, I just thought she would be more upset. And I want to be clear, the overall mood of this call is extraordinarily upbeat. It's extraordinarily happy. But of course, as the CEO and chairman, she does have to address the elephant in the room, the morbid elephant in the room, if you will. because it's an obligation. You have a new CEO. The employees are working 20-hour days, but also their founder, Charlie, was publicly assassinated less than 2 weeks ago. You got to address that. And you're going to hear her address that by recapping to them that throughout these long working days, the employees were provided with ample resources while they were working. Take a listen.
I'm just grateful that while things were still in motion and moving around, that we had our leadership teams provide for you counselors, pastors. I heard there were therapy dogs. Slightly jealous that I didn't get to have any moment with a therapy dog. Breakfast. I was really adamant about making sure that we paid for your flights for your spouses to be there. That was something on my heart. You don't want to grieve alone. No one's supposed to grieve alone. It's not healthy. But I just think it's a beautiful honor that all of these benefits were made for the community to grieve and remember Charlie. And I really hope you took advantage of those in a healthy way when they were provided, because it's meant to be for everyone, for healing. Grief comes in waves. Some days are going to be tougher than others, but take it as it comes. And that's why you have your Turning Point family, and just lean on them and lean on other people in your life that will help you and pour into you and pray with you to get you through it. I say that, though, that if you do need more time to grieve, please continue to use Turning Point USA's network of counselors. We have pastors. There are so many resources for you. If you do need additional time off, please talk to your director about using paid time off for that. And again, it's not easy, but
Otwórz się na kreatywność. Otwórz się na przestrzeń do życia.
Looking for a new game? Try G2A.com. Need any DLC? Still G2A. Or gaming?
Again, grief is hard. Otherwise, honestly, Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead, you guys. Charlie would want us to get back to work, and that's what we're doing. And that's what we did with the memorial. And I'm so honored and proud of each and every one of you, because that's what we're going to do in his honor and in his name. We have so much to do, which is exciting. Charlie in heaven is like, you guys thought you had a busy schedule then, just you wait. And he's doing some awesome things with Jesus in heaven right now, but there's so much work to be done. Since his assassination, we have 100,000 chapter requests. We have 300,000 new donors. That is a blessing in itself. Again, not normal, all God. I think we have 50,000 plus hat orders to fulfill. I'm saying these numbers because it puts into perspective that we're not just sitting and thinking and looking at the wall being like, what do we do? Like that, there is so much to do. You have over 20,000 AmFest registrations.
There's a lot happening there, and none of it is what I would be expecting to happen there. So basically what the employees said to me was that they got onto this call and everyone's exhausted, everyone's working, and they pull off this massive memorial. And then there's kind of this approach where it's like, well, if you guys need paid time off, like Charlie's in heaven dancing, wanting you to work harder. He's just up there like, you better work, but you can use the paid time off that you have earned, by the way, if you need to grieve more. But imagine you're the employee and you're like, okay, well, this is his wife saying this. So am I weird? Would I be like, I would be pretty weird if I needed to take time off and his wife is saying she's full steam ahead. That's the mentality that they had. Like, how are we supposed, like, are we weird for wanting to grieve? Is that not the vibe? How can we take paid time off when Erika, his wife, is saying full steam ahead?
All right, so few comments from me here. I think the elephant in the room is, in my personal humble opinion, that Erika Kirk is very much likely, allegedly, a Mossad agent who was put into the position that she was put into for many reasons. And those reasons were to control the situation and make sure that one of the fastest growing movements is going into the right direction, right? We all know what I'm talking about. So few things here as well is, of course, money-making machine, but this is not just about money. This is about the influence and brainwashing, especially the younger generation, or those who can vote, okay? As if that voting will matter, or if it ever mattered. That's a different story. But I think this is the elephant in the room. When Candace will start to call her as agent of Mossad or agent of the country that should not be mentioned, then I think something has shifted, but it's taking a long time. So I don't know. Now, since Jesus was mentioned, I wonder what Jesus would say, but we're gonna hear just very quickly from, as Erika said, we have pastors. So we're gonna hear from one of those pastors who was Charlie Kirk's spiritual mentor. You know who? Rob McCoy. So let's take a listen to this quick video. And I think he is going to receive an award. I believe that was Charlie's award. So let me just open this here before I play it. He's accepting award on behalf for Charlie Kirk on his behalf, okay? I don't know exactly when this took place, but let's take a listen, guys. This is the so-called pastor that Erika Kirk said we have pastors. Yeah, good money, right? Good money.
I was thinking, how did we get to a place where anti-Semitism has risen, especially after what happened in October here in Israel? You would think the world would stand with you. But the result is a world that has walked away from the moral law. You see, Jews have a target on their back. Charlie believed, as do I, that Jews were God's chosen people. I have to commend the Prime Minister on his grasp of American history and church history. That man is spectacular in his scholarship. He understands the world and the challenges that his people face. In 2006, I visited Israel for the first time, and now it's been over 30 times. I have come to love the nation that loves truth. That you understand the Dead Sea Scrolls are in the center of your nation, which is the oldest title deed in the history of the world, found in 1947. Interestingly enough, that Israel become a nation in 48. The only nation on the face of the earth whose language was dead and then became a national language. This is a nation of miracles. And to stand with you, with that bullseye you have on your back, reviled and hated throughout all of history, to stand with you means I received the same thing. And I consider it an honor. Israel is a sovereign nation whose borders were invaded. Over 1,200 of their people were brutally murdered. And they pressed a war upon an enemy that started that war. I stand with them. I stand with your sovereignty. And yes, I believe that the Jews are God's chosen people. And as a minister, I'm grateful for you protecting our holy sites. I thank you for the freedom of religion here in Israel and the freedom of speech, and that you are a democracy in this 1040 window where 90%.
All right, so just learn that he visited the country that name should not be mentioned 30 times. That's a significant number, and something that came into existence pretty much from nothing, as he almost said it. I don't think I have to add anything else. As far as those topic goes, the last video, you can watch my latest video on Patreon and locals, where I am showing you more. But let me know what you think. I'm actually not surprised that those kind of things are coming out, like that leaked video on Kenneth Owens' podcast. I'm just surprised that it's late, that she's addressing it. Because, you know, I think it's all a spectacle. It's all a spectacle, and we are watching some kind of show, and it's really not entertaining at all to those who use their brain and follow their intuition and trust what it says. It's just very off, very, very off. So that's all I have for you for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. The links to Patreon and locals you'll find down below this video. If you choose to support my work, the best is to joining those two platforms, becoming my supporter there. You can also order my book for children. The link is down below as well, how you order it. And you can donate on PayPal as well. And if you have Instagram, make sure to follow me there. Let me actually take you there. And I will, of course, attach the links to what I was playing today for you down below in the description box. So here is my Instagram, AniaK_44. No politics here, just travel. Make sure to follow me there if you still use Instagram. And with this being said, thank you so much for watching, for hitting thumbs up, subscribing, sharing, leaving the comments. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, guys.